a total breakdown of professional discipline on football's biggest stage. That quote is echoing everywhere right now. We're looking at the raw, totally unprecedented violence that erupted mere seconds after the 2026 World Cup final in New Jersey.
Spain secured a 1-0 extra-time victory over Argentina, right? But honestly, the real story isn't the trophy. Let's dive right into this explainer, because the catastrophic fallout from that single night at MetLife Stadium is actively rewriting football history as we know it. Section 1. The Tunnel Outbreak. A World Cup final descends into chaos.
The chaos really built steadily. First, you have a cynical 90th minute tackle that gets Enzo Fernandez sent off. Fast forward to the 120th minute, the final whistle blows and Spain wins. But literally 1 minute later, a massive post-match pitch brawl ignites and Leandro Paredes attacks Spain's Gavi. 10 minutes after that, total, unhinged mayhem inside the stadium tunnel with 5 Argentina players aggressively confronting the match officials.
The immediate aftermath wasn't just aggressive. It was this crazy physical manifestation of intense frustration just boiling right over onto the pitch.
It was a completely unscripted, unimaginable meltdown by the defending champions. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw a collapse of this magnitude coming. And the actions taken in the heat of that moment, they are going to trigger some incredibly catastrophic long-term consequences for Argentina. Because away from the broadcast cameras, stadium security footage captured the real nightmare. We're talking about 5 prominent Argentina players who were identified severely intimidating referees, screaming extreme verbal abuse, and even deliberately destroying stadium tunnel equipment. Section 2. The Evidence and Players. Identifying the key suspects. So Leandro Paredes really ignited the physical showdown here. He violently shoved Spain's Gavi to the ground before clashing with Eric Garcia. The result? A truly shocking red card issued after the final whistle had already blown. Meanwhile, Argentina's Nahuel Molina escalated things even further. He engaged in a direct physical scuffle with Spanish captain Rodri, which honestly just threw gasoline on an already raging fire. Global sports media wasted zero time condemning the behavior. Analysts quickly pointed out the match stats. Spain absolutely dominated with 68% possession and 20 shots to Argentina's mere 3. To the watching world, these were, as one outlet put it, simply the actions of sore losers, of bitter players lashing out. And the hostility didn't just end in the tunnel either. It carried straight onto the podium. During the actual medal ceremony, Argentine players reportedly turned their backs on the Spanish squad, flat out refusing to even acknowledge the new world champions. Add in Enzo Fernandez's pre-whistle red card, and things were incredibly tense. Section 3. FIFA Disciplinary Laws. The official charge sheet. FIFA did not mess around. They rapidly assembled an emergency case based on 3 primary charges. You've got Charge A for an Article 12 violation, Charge B for Article 14, and Charge C for physical interference with stadium staff. Let's break that down. Article 12 is severe. It specifically targets aggressive behavior and misconduct toward match officials. Basically, you cannot physically corner and threaten a referee, period. Then there's Article 14. This is essentially the catch-all for disgracing the sport's biggest stage. It's a formal charge for a total failure to maintain professional order and for bringing the entire game into disrepute. So it all boils down to the number 5. 5 prominent squad members are currently under intense investigation as the primary offenders in this post-match brawl. And here is the absolute gut punch. 18. These specific players face a maximum international ban of up to 18 months. Think about that for a second. Missing a year and a half of international football means kissing an entire qualifying campaign and a major tournament goodbye. In the football world, that is a lifetime.
Section 4. The Legacy and Future. The Fallout for Argentina.
Beyond those crippling 6 to 18-month player bans we just talked about, the Argentine Federation is staring down massive financial penalties. Caps from this match could even be entirely stripped, which throws a massive wrench into their squad rebuilding for the next World Cup cycle. It's completely disastrous. Now, looking globally, the reaction is sharply divided. South American outlets tend to point to immense pressure, emotional fatigue, and refereeing inconsistencies as the catalysts for the blow-up. Conversely, European and global media universally condemn the actions as a total, inexcusable breakdown of professional discipline. But when you look at raw social media data and independent commentators worldwide, One word echoes way louder than the rest: disgraceful.
Social media platforms literally erupted overnight. Fans around the world immediately pointed out the stark, ugly contrast between true champions and bitter losers. One quote really summed it up: "Argentina just became the most hated team in the world. What a disgrace." That narrative reshaped the squad's public image in a matter of hours.
So, as FIFA finalizes these devastating bans, we're left with a massive question. Does this explosive post-match disaster permanently tarnish Argentina's international legacy? Will this generation of players be remembered for their historic triumphs? Or will their legacy be permanently eclipsed by the catastrophic MetLife meltdown?